everyone, it's Sharona from Parental, and today I'm going to be reviewing Forever, which is currently streaming on the Netflix platform. This series stars Lovie Simone and Michael Cooper Jr. as this series centers around two young high school students living in LA while they navigate love and intimacy while dealing with the social and parental pressures. Now, for those of you new to my channel, welcome, hello, so glad you came, I hope you stay. I'll tell you what I liked about the series, what I didn't like about the series, and is it worth your time or not binging all 8 episodes of Forever on Netflix? Now, I know what y'all finna say. Sharonda, where the hell you been? Okay, I should have left you. Okay, let me stop, because when I start singing, that's when y'all start leaving, and I don't understand how to be correlating, but I'm gonna keep it cute, all right? I know it's been a minute, but you know that something has to be good to bring me back, okay? I tried to come back and do a Sinners review, but then the summer code said, Bish, who do you think you are? So yeah, but I'm here to tell you about Forever, all right? Which is based on the 1975 novel by Judy Blume. Where my Judy Blume kids at? Who is out here sneaking reading these books, okay? No, my mama knew what I was reading. She'd be like, girl, I know you lying. But this is based on the 1975 novel. It was actually kind of controversial when that novel came out. So it's inspired by that book, and it's created by the icon, okay? A legend, truly. Brock Akil, okay? And if you don't know who Brock Akil is, you know what? I'm in such a good mood after watching this series. I'm not even finna judge you, okay? I'm just gonna let you know Brock Akil is responsible for TV shows such as Girlfriends, okay? The Game, Being Mary Jane, all right? Black Lightning, Love Is, which deserves a season 2, by the way. I don't know who needed to hear that, but if you wanna go make a season 2, Netflix, you can really do your big one with that. If you want to do that, I think you should do that. But, you know, that's besides the point, okay? If you don't know Brock Akil, I guarantee that you've fallen in love with some of the shows that she's created. So, yeah, go into that deep dive after you watch Forever, because you're going to get your entire life. But what I enjoyed the most about this series is really the fact that we get to see representation of a young Black love, okay? Because the media these days will really have you thinking that, like, Black love does not exist, that we do not desire one another, that we do not lust after one another. And I really love that we get to witness Black love, but young Black love. I think it's so important for young people to be able to see themselves on screen, but to also see themselves being desired, but also to choosing who they want to love. And I really love the casting of Lovie Simone. I've been a fan of hers ever since Greenleaf. She is just such a great young actress, and I really hope that this is the role that gets the entire world to see her and give her the praise that she deserves. I love her as Keisha in this series. I love that we get to explore, you know, really the pressures of what it is being a young black woman, these societal pressures of having to be pretty or having to diminish your intelligence at times, or diminish the talent that you have to be seen as attractive, to be seen as desirable. I like that we get to navigate through their journey with Lovie's character, Keisha, you know, as somebody who, you know, might not come from the means to have a bright future, but she's doing everything that she can, and she makes very intentional decisions and choices, and she stays on track to try to reach that end goal. And I really love that we get to see someone navigate that, but also make choices that kind of derails her from those opportunities as well. I like that she's a very complex character, complicated at times, but then I like that we get to see the flip side of all of this with a character like Justin, who's played by Michael Cooper Jr., who I love that we get to see, like, more boys, like, just showcasing that they can be vulnerable and share their emotions. I really love, like, what he does with this character, who is kind of like this, like, kid who has 2 parents who, first of all, I'm gonna get into that, because baby, Karen Pittman and Will Harris did the dang on thing, all right? But I love that we get to see the contrast of what it is and what type of pressures that you have from 2 parents who are successful, who have made it, who are, you know, his mom is a college graduate, his dad is this successful chef, you know, that you have these 2 parents who have given you the life that most people would dream of, but to still see what type of challenges does that bring, you know, what pressures does that bring when you have parents who are on you night and day to kind of live a certain life that you really didn't pick out yourself. And I love that we get to see this contrast between these 2 characters, but that we also get to see the pros and cons of both of these types of relationships. Now, also too, I think that this series is really important for parents to watch. I love the portrayal of, like, parenting in this, of Black parenting in this. Karen Pittman, is so good in this. She's so good. When I say she plays, like, the helicopter Black mama of all Black mamas, that is what she is doing in here. And I really like that we get to see a parent who sometimes can be a little bit too overprotective, that you might stunt your child's growth in certain areas. And I like that we get to explore this with her character. She's a hard ass, but she be trying to like let Justin live a little bit. But I love the dynamic between these two. But most importantly, I love the relationship that her character has with her husband, who is played by Wood Harris. Who would have thought that like in 2025 that Wood Harris would have came out of nowhere and literally ate all of the black TV daddies up? He ate them up. There's no competition. I don't care. Y'all can really fight me and debate me on this, but Wood Harris is now my favorite black father on TV. I said it. I said what I said, and I mean what I said. And when you watch it, you're going to be like, Sharana, I agree with you. You're absolutely right. I can't even argue with you on this. The conversations that he has with his son, I think is so important to show black men parenting, because that is another thing that you would think that black daddies are not out here raising their kids. And the types of conversations that he has, to see the conversations that parents have, to see that sometimes there are disagreements on how, you know, these two people want to raise their child. And it's just some really great things about like teaching your young boys how to show up and be a man for the person that you love and that you care about, like how to navigate through, you know, sex and relationships. I just think that these conversations that they're having on this series, it would be such a great help to parents, to people who are thinking about having kids, people who are currently raising kids. It's just some of the best conversations that I've seen in quite some time. Even with Keisha's parents, Zosha Rockmore, who's just in Captain America Brave New World, and William Catlett, who is just always great. Okay. I really love the representation and just showcasing how some people parent from afar, how some people parent a little bit too closely. I just thought that it would lead to some really great conversations in households. Even the topics of dating, of sex, of social media and sex. Like, I just really think that this is gonna like spawn so many great, it might be difficult conversations for people, but I think it's something that's so important to show sex positivity on screen, especially black sex positivity on screen. But it also just feels so wholesome. You watching two people fall in love for the first time. It made me think about my first love, and I started getting all the feels. And then I remember that boy had me on punishment my entire senior year of high school, and then he left me for a freshman. Whew. That's a story time for a later time, okay? But we'll unpack that story time at a later date, maybe after a therapy session or two. But yeah, like, just to remember what it felt like to just not have to pay bills, and the only thing you worry about is, did he text me? Did he call me today? Did he like my post? Like, what a time to be alive. Even the representation of LA in this, I thought that Mara did a really great job of just showcasing, you know, LA, the different parts of LA. The use of music in this is just like, I am in love with all of the music choices, but also too, the phone plays a really cool role in this. Like, a lot of the conversations, a lot of the either lack of communication or over communication happening through phone, through text, through social. I like how they showcased how sometimes when y'all be in y'all phones a little bit too much, like, things can be misperceived. Like, y'all really just need to learn how to communicate more. But I like how the phone plays kind of its own character within Keisha and Justin's love story. But I just had so much fun watching this. Like, my cheeks still hurt from smiling so much while watching it. I had a really great time. It is an easy binge. It's only 8 episodes, and it like went by like that. Like, I'm actually upset. I've watched it 2 times already, and I'm still like in love. Like, I just can't wait for you guys to see it. I'm gonna stop rambling, because I know I've been rambling for a while. But just know, the performances are great, okay? Just the display of LA, the display of black love through different generations. There's a cool episode, I'm not going to spoil where they go, but I love the choice of them actually going there to showcase what it looks like for a lot of black families. Now, we weren't going there, but I know that now, like, my brother, he takes his family there during the summer. But yeah, I am in love with this series. I'm gonna stop because I know I have just been rambling on and on and on. If I have anything negative to say, I did want to see more of the dynamic with Keisha's parents because I thought that their dynamic was such an interesting one, and it's something that we don't delve into a lot on television. I really wish that we could have got a little bit more from that. But honestly, outside of that, the only other thing I had an issue with is that it ended after, you know, the 8 episodes because I wanted more. I wanted more. We deserve more. Give me a season 2. Get Ted on the line. Green light season 2. And season 2 of Love Is while you're at it, okay? Okay, so those are my thoughts on Forever, y'all. Like, I would definitely tell you go binge this series. Get your entire life. Come back in the comment section and thank me for putting you on to one of your favorite binges of May, okay? Yeah. Wow, guys. We made it through our first, like, review in how many months? What a time to be alive. The first review of 2025. Look at that. We did it, y'all. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Forever. As always, my name is Sharona from Pure Weights. And if you like what you saw today, make sure to hit the like button, hit subscribe, share this video with your friends, and make sure you hit that notification bell. And I love you guys 3000. And until I see you again, bye.